Fatal betrayal. When Barbara woke up that morning, she had no idea that her past would come back to haunt her. Startled and filled with fear, she found her old boyfriend, Roger, sitting in her living room. Roger was an artist. But his true talent lay in his ability to manipulate and deceive. He had hustled people out of their money and future royalties, leaving a trail of broken dreams in his wake. However, his criminal activities had caught up with him, and he was sentenced to life in prison. Barbara had thought she was finally free from him, but now he stood before her, a dangerous presence in her life once again. Roger approached Barbara and grabbed her by her hair, a menacing glint in his eyes. "Surprised to see me, Barbara?" he sneered. He was angry with her. Convinced that she had betrayed him by informing the authorities about his crimes. Barbara, trying to hide her fear, wondered how he had managed to escape prison. Roger's grip tightened, and he demanded to know what had happened to their two other partners in crime. Barbara, her heart racing, explained that both of them had been brutally murdered, victims of a failed scheme. As she looked around the room, Roger commented on the luxurious life she had built for herself using his stolen money. The truth was, Barbara had known where all the skeletons were buried. She had played Roger's two friends just like she had played him, amassing her own wealth from the crumbs they had left behind. Roger revealed that a fellow inmate had informed him about Barbara's tight grip on wealthy men and her talent for uncovering their dirty secrets. He had broken out of prison with one purpose in mind, to settle the score with Barbara. He informed her that he needed a favor from her. Roger had targeted a wealthy, married man named Oscar, who held a prominent position. He wanted Barbara to get close to him, drain him of his wealth, and share the spoils. Reluctantly, Barbara agreed, knowing that she was stepping deeper into a world of deceit and danger. As Roger left her house, he coldly told her, "I'll see you in the morning." Barbara met Oscar at a lavish ballroom gathering, where the rich and famous mingled. His eyes were instantly captivated by her beauty and charm. They hit it off right away, and Barbara soon became Oscar's enchanting companion. He promised her the world, asking only for her presence by his side and her unwavering beauty. Although flattered, Barbara couldn't ignore the nagging guilt eating at her. Oscar was too kind and genuine for her to deceive with the con game Roger had planned. Overwhelmed by her emotions, Barbara walked away from Oscar, hoping to protect him from the cunning ways of Roger and his former partners. However, Oscar pursued her, confused and unaware of the danger that lurked in the shadows. Barbara finally opened up to him, revealing Roger's instructions and their shared criminal past. Intrigued, Oscar wanted to know more about Roger and his connection to Barbara. He convinced her to continue communicating with Roger, assuring her that he knew how to handle men like him. Oscar wanted her to play along, feigning obedience to Roger's plan, all the while scheming to outwit him. As the days passed, Barbara maintained her facade and relayed information to Roger about her progress with Oscar. She followed Oscar's instructions, pretending that everything was going according to plan. Roger visited Barbara's house again, and she played her part convincingly, assuring him that their scheme was proceeding smoothly. Roger looked at her with a mixed feeling about her loyalty. When Barbara turned around, he shot her. As Barbara lay on the floor, bleeding and gasping for air, Roger stood over her, a twisted smile on his face. He had underestimated her resilience and had fallen into her trap. Unbeknownst to Roger, Oscar had been tracking their conversations and had contacted the authorities, ensuring that they were aware of Roger's escape and his plans. Oscar had orchestrated this elaborate ruse to expose Roger's true nature and bring him to justice. Just as Roger reveled in his victory, sirens wailed outside Barbara's house. The police had arrived, surrounding the premises and closing in on him. Panic surged through Roger's veins as he realized that his reign of manipulation and betrayal was finally coming to an end. He attempted to flee, but his escape route was cut off, leaving him with no choice but to surrender. In the midst of the chaos, Barbara's strength prevailed. She had endured years of deceit and manipulation, and now, in her darkest hour, she found the power to forgive. As the paramedics rushed to attend to her, Barbara whispered words of forgiveness to Roger, refusing to let hatred consume her soul. She understood that revenge would not heal her wounds or bring back the lives lost due to their treachery. Instead, she chose to embrace compassion and redemption, hoping that Roger would one day find remorse and change his ways. Roger's arrest marked the end of an era filled with deception and destruction. The news of his capture spread throughout the town, bringing relief to those who had fallen victim to his schemes. Barbara's story became a symbol of resilience and the power of forgiveness. She used her experiences to educate others about the dangers of manipulation and the importance of trusting one's instincts. In the years that followed, Barbara became an advocate for victims of betrayal, offering support and guidance to those who had been caught in the web of deceit. She channeled her own pain into a force for good, dedicating her life to promoting honesty, empathy, and integrity. Through her efforts, she encouraged individuals to recognize their own worth and to stand against those who sought to manipulate and exploit them. The tale of fatal betrayal serves as a stark reminder that deceit and betrayal can have devastating consequences. However, it also emphasizes the power of forgiveness, redemption, and the ability to overcome past trauma. Barbara's journey teaches us that by embracing compassion and using our experiences to help others, we can heal ourselves and create a brighter future filled with trust and genuine connections.